Here is one thing that I wish I knew when I started my service accommodation journey. There is so many people teaching people how to do service accommodation, teaching people how to do Airbnb and teaching rent to rent. And there's a few fundamental things that people don't talk about. And I'm going to break these down in this video today. Look, service accommodation is a trigger word. It's a shiny penny. Everybody wants to get involved in renting a property off a landlord, putting it on Airbnb and making a load of money. And it's not how it works. Breaking this down and understanding these fundamental things is going to make your journey through service accommodation so much easier. One thing that I wish I did, or numerous things that I wish I did when I was starting out my journey in service accommodation, was understanding that this is a business. This is not a side hustle. Don't treat it like a side hustle. You need to treat it like a business. And the foundations of this is having a business plan when you start. Everybody might go to these training programs, they might go to these crash course days and things and really get involved in service accommodation by finding a property, finding a deal source that's selling a deal and just jumping into it and really just putting all their eggs in one basket and not understanding who it is that they want to serve, what type of bookings that they want to get, and what type of vision they want to build for their business at the end of the day. Because breaking this down right at the start is going to be a foundational key point to do to make sure that your business is successful. And it's something that I wish I did right from the start too. Look, I got caught up in it too. I got caught up in the shiny penny syndrome, finding any property that I could find and hoping that this property was going to work when I put it online. Of course, I did a little bit of research about different areas that might work well. Of course, I looked at events like Eurovision and around football stadiums or around certain arenas that might have events on. But all these bookings were going to lead to short-term bookings, and they were only going to lead to bookings when events were going on and when these things were happening. And this wasn't a good foundational business model to build my business plan on. So what I want to do, what I want you guys to do, if you are thinking about getting into service accommodation, I want you to break this down a little bit more and really try and get into the headspace of who your potential client is going to be. So if we're thinking about this business plan and this business model, what do you want to get out of your business in service accommodation? This is the first point. I want you to write these things down as well. What I want you to think about is, okay, right, I want to serve these particular types of clients. I want these people to be my clients, the people that I'm helping, the people that I'm providing a product to. Because if we were going to start any other business, if we were going to start an online coaching business, a PT business or something like that, we were going to start a makeup brand, we would focus on what type of people we want to serve. We want to focus on what type of products do we want to create or do we want to build that is going to serve this particular type of client. Why should service accommodation be any bit different? We want to be able to think about, okay, I want to build a business that is going to give me time freedom, it's going to give me the ability to do what I want within my day-to-day life, it's going to give me the ability to spend more time with my family, give my family more financial stability. You can come up with your own reasons of what is your deep reason why you are wanting to build this business in the first place. And it's okay to have different things. It's okay if them answers are selfish. It's okay if them things are just about you living a better life and escaping the 9 to 5. That is completely up to you. So I want you to write down 3 to 5 things that are gonna help you get to where you want to be. What are them 5 things that you want? Is it the time freedom? Is it the more time with family? Is it the more financial stability? What is it? Write them things down. And it can be anything you want. It can be absolutely anything. And then once you kind of got that in your mind, then this can steer the direction of where you want your business to go. And this is really key because I think a lot of people don't realize that actually we want to build a business that is going to give us the things that we want out of our life. Because if not, you're just going to become a busy idiot with another job and you're not going to be able to fulfill yourself in the way that you want. And it's the same with service accommodation. So them fundamental things are key. Then you need to think about the types of clients that you want to serve. If you want to make a cottage that serves hen dos or girls' birthdays or anyone's birthdays, and there's a hot tub there with Prosecco on arrival and you're doing different services and you might have add-ons with performers and things, that's absolutely fine. You can make a lot of money with that. But if you're going to want to rent a property and you're thinking, okay, well, I want to serve contractors, I want to serve families that are being away from home, all of these different things that you're going to want to pinpoint and you're going to want to write down and you're going to want to know will lead you to help you design the products that you want. Obviously in service accommodation, our products are our properties. So we need to be able to understand and get into the headspace and get into the mind of our ideal client, because our ideal client that we want to serve is going to need different things. So if you've got contractors, for example, you might not want to look at studio apartments or one-bedroom apartments in city centres. You're going to want something that's going to be able to house and help a team of people. So maybe like a 3-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom house. Thinking about these things is key, because them city centre apartments might not have parking. A lot of contractors come with vans. A lot of families that maybe want to stay for a long period of time, house renovation, damage at the home, a short trip away to see family, or like university students and things like that. All of these things, they're probably going to want the driveway, they're going to want to bring a car, they're going to want access to these particular things. They're probably going to want to stay in a nicer, more upper class location rather than somewhere that's like a council estate. So all of these things need to lead into your decisions. And this is, I wish that I did this when I first started out in the world of property, because it is so important to build a business, build a product that serves the right types of clients. So if you're thinking, I want longer term bookings, if you're thinking, I want to serve this particular type of client, you need to think about the types of properties that you're going to have available in your arsenal that are going to serve them clients there. And I know this because I do a mastermind every Wednesday night in the school community. You can join through the link in the description if you want to join as well, and come on. We did a call there, and there's a lot of people in there that have multiple properties, and they all say the same things. I started out not knowing who I wanted to serve, and I had no idea what my product was going to help, and I just put it on Airbnb and booking.com and hope for the best. And then we started breaking it down a little bit more, and then we realized the direction their property business was going to take, and they all ended up having a particular type of client they wanted to serve and that they wanted to work on repeat. This is what I want you guys to do right from the start, right from day one, to get your business strategy built up and to be able to build on that from day one and not have to shift and shake around all over the place. Because there is a theory out there, it's called the Helsinki bus stop theory, and I absolutely love this. Editor, you might want to just Google it and like pop up an image of it here. Basically, how the Helsinki bus stop theory works is that all of the buses, individual people in this sense, starting their individual businesses, all of the buses start at the same spot. We all started with limited knowledge about service accommodation, not really knowing how to expand our business to the next level and not really knowing what direction to take it. But then we go off and we go to the first stop. But as a lot of buses leave the bus station, a lot of them have the same first stops. And then they go further on, and a few of them might go to that second stop, but a few of them might go off to that second stop. And then further on and further on, they go off on their own paths and they're on their own routes. And we're going to do this within our business. But what we need to do is we need to know what our bus route is from day one. Of course, things are going to change down the line. Of course, you're going to change your ideas and your business model a little bit more. But if you go back to, I want to build a business that's going to help me feed my fundamental reasons why I'm actually building this business in the first place, your route is going to become a lot more clear to you. And this is going to remove so much anxiety and so much nervousness around taking on a property and making that property work and making that property make money. Because these things are so key. These things are the fundamental for business, not just service accommodation, but for business. And you need to be able to do this correctly to really, really get your business streamlined and working in the way that you want it to work. What I want you to do, think about your why. Think about the key things of why you're wanting to build this business in the first place. If you want to dive deep really into this, go on YouTube and search something called 7 Levels Deep. 7 Levels Deep will ask you why over and over again. Why do you want to build this business? I want to build it because I want more financial freedom. Why do you want more financial freedom? I want more financial freedom so I can spend more time with my family and I can make sure that they're supported as I'm growing up. Why do you want to do that? Well, because when I was growing up, I maybe didn't have that because my parents were working all the time and they were worried about money all the time. And you see what I mean? You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into this, and it's really key, and it's often around 7 or 8 levels that you really get some key reasons why you want to build the business that way. And it gets emotional, it really does. Like, it gets you deep into thinking about the nitty-gritty things about your life to help you get your foundational vision for your business going. So phase 1, find out what your why is. Phase 2, think about what types of clients and what type of people do you want to serve that is going to help you get to your vision. Point number 3, once you're in the headspace of that client, that number 2 point, then you want to think about, okay, well, what type of products, what type of things do I need to have in a property, what type of things do I need my property to be to help serve them clients in the best way possible. Point number 4 is about your marketing for them clients. What brand are you going to build around around this product that's going to help you market your product and your business the best way possible to that right type of client? What type of networking events do you need to go to? What type of properties do you need? What type of areas are you going to focus on? Where are you going to actually invest your money in different types of properties? These are all fundamentally key. And then point 5 for this is to go back to it and review it regularly and just check yourself. Check yourself that you're actually making sure that your vision for your business is working in the way that you want it to work to really benefit your client. And these things are the fundamental things that I wish I did. I wish I did when I first started my service accommodation journey, because nobody talked about it and then nobody does it. Because everyone focuses on getting the property and everyone focuses on, yeah, I got the keys to my first property. But no one focuses on the fundamental key things that matter, which is about making that property make money. And that is key. It's not about the A to T, it's the A to Z. You want to make sure that you've got this business model that is repeatable, that you can then scale. And then if you can scale it, then it can give you that ability to give you your initial vision. So it's all one big circle here. If you're running properties already and you want to learn more about how I help people with my fully booked blueprint, then you can download my free ebook, the fully booked blueprint, in the description below. There's going to be a link to that. If you want to join the school community full of loads of other people that are thriving off of the world of service accommodation, the world of rent to rent and Airbnb, then you can do that too. And every Wednesday night, 8:30 to 9:30, we do a mastermind where you can come on, ask some questions, get a little bit of an idea about how people are running their businesses, and really take yourself to the next level. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in there. I'm looking forward to hearing about your stories and hearing about your whys and seeing how these things can help you build your businesses even further. If you are interested in more content like this about breaking down the nitty-gritty and the real stuff about service accommodation, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know in the comments if there's any other types of content that you would like me to cover. But this is one thing that I wish I did right from the start of my service accommodation business. Getting the business plan correct is going to be a huge part of making your business succeed in the way that you want it to. I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you soon.